and everyone shut the fuck up.
I'm Carly. And I'm Sam.
This
And welcome
episode
to
was brought to you by Anal Cream for all your butthurt needs and triggering.
Dan
Okay,
Schneider.
Dan Schneider. We have Dan Schneider on the show. Dan, why did you lick their feet? I want to know from you.
It just tastes good, man.
I told me now.
Well, you see,
I liked it.
Anyway, Dom, if you'll introduce your podcast.
Hello,
That would be great.
everyone. This is the Unrecorded Podcast. I'm here with my lovely, lovely assistant, Aaron,
hi.
and his lovely chew toy, Ben. And I don't know who the
You
fuck.
call me. Excuse me.
And I don't know who the.
I am no one's.
Come here, baby.
No. I'm nobody's chew toy. And I need.
Don't worry.
You know
I'll
what?
bite
I shouldn't
on
have
the
said
first
that.
date.
And lastly, John sucks.
Oh,
.org.
The
Well,
town
you
bike.
please follow my MySpace page.
As always, I'll be leaving a link to John's channel in the description.
Cool.
Dude, you should be leaving a one to his MySpace, okay?
Who the
Yeah,
fuck even has a MySpace
I just said-
anymore?
I do.
Send nudes on Snapchat.
Please
Send me your
follow me
MySpace
on
news.
MySpace.
Send me your news on MySpace.
Stop sending dick
Please.
pics to me, Aaron. I don't like that shit.
Hey, send me a picture of your dick on
I thought you loved me.
funnyjunk.com.
What the fuck?
Send me a picture of your dick at
You guys-
mistakesivemade.com.
You guys can see me holding my thumb-sized dick on addictinggames.com.
What the fuck? I don't even know
You
what I'm doing
can
anymore.
see me and my 1 centimeter schlong on newgrounds.com.
It's just a little.
Don't let your
like,
girlfriend touch-
Aaron, your dick isn't like,
Don't let your girlfriend catch you playing this game.
just a nub. Just a nub, man.
Yep.
I'm just gonna roll my stump of a dick back into my pants.
God, this podcast is already fucking terrible.
Now let us start with the
Do you want
first
me to
discussion.
restart? Do you want me to restart and just?
No, it's okay. We gotta keep rolling. All right,
You gotta
this is
roll
what
with the
professionals do.
Let's
We
start.
just gotta roll with it.
Let's start with the first discussion. Traps. Gay or no?
How hot is the
Alright,
trap?
now,
It all depends on how female the trap looks.
can I be honest? When I first heard this conversation, I honestly thought people were talking about mouse traps.
Yeah, no.
I'm not
Is-
kidding.
When you close a mousetrap on your penis, it's gay.
Yes.
No, it's not.
That depends. Is the mouse
When-
No, the question is, if you do that with a mouse trap and the mouse that's attached to a male, is it gay?
Yes. It is very
Yes.
gay.
You're putting your penis against another man's face.
That's not in itself.
Alright.
And it's
What
also
that's not in
necrophilia.
itself-
What if?
That's not in itself gay. First of all, it all depends on
It's-
context.
It's also
What if?
necrophilia and bestiality.
But what if?
This
mouse
wasn't
that
an
I-
argument
that
on. This
happened
wasn't an
to.
argument on if it was bestiality or necrophilia. It was on if it was gay or not, Aaron. Stop bringing illogical shit to this conversation.
But that's my
This is some
favorite
Beauty and the
thing.
Beast shit, alright?
Honest to God, Beauty and the Beast is probably the dumbest. Like that's probably what started the furry generation. Not gonna lie.
That's
I mean,
what
it's a
started it.
it's a fine
Yeah,
concept.
guys,
It's just people took it
I
the
mean-
wrong way.
I mean, Gaston is actually a guy that's typical for his age. Like, his time and age.
Oh, I know that Gaston's cool. Like the Beast character is cool, but like the whole thing around it, where people kind of fetishize like animals now.
I mean, like, I don't think that Beauty and the Beast started bestiality. I think that was just a
Robin Hood did.
No,
Rob-
I mean, I wouldn't,
Oh,
no, I'm talking about like this
I wouldn't be
generation in
surprised.
particular.
I honestly think for this generation it was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, you're kind of right there.
Yeah, Sonic.
If
Yeah.
you look up your
Everyone
name
making
as a,
OCs.
like people, I think literally everyone else has said this on the internet. If you look up your name and then the Hedgehog, you will find a result.
I
Even
looked
if
up
your
Aaron
name
the
is like
Armadillo and I found a few.
disestablishmentarianism. You know, disestablishmentarianism, the Hedgehog.
All right. Wait. John, I want you to go on your computer right now because I'm not on mine. And I want you
Okay.
to look up Communism the Hedgehog.
Oh my god.
You will find a bunch of red hedgehogs
Hold
with
on.
hammers and sickles. Sidon Mascaldize, Onyx.com.
Oh my god. Holy crap.
I'm a Marine and I know this.
What the fuck?
This is what I fought for.
I don't know what to do with my life anymore. Okay.
Krasny the Hedgehog.
Krasny?
He is a This is my Sonic fan character, Krasny. He's a communist like me. Oh my god, Dom, can you please just okay, I'm just gonna link I'm going to link this. I want you to put this somewhere in this recording of the podcast, like right around here.
Okay, I will. Don't worry. I most definitely
Because
will.
okay. Can we just take a second? Because I'm going to read the entire thing.
No,
No, this has to happen.
I'm so glad I saw this.
please, God.
Name: Krasny Volkovich. Age
Oh my
15. Sex: male. Race: hedgehog. Political alignment: Marxist.
Oh my fucking god.
What?
He's a Marxist. Han, job: KGB agent and leader of the USHR.
What?
Wait, I guess
What's
that
the USHR?
it's the USSR, except like the one S is like for hedgehog, I guess.
No, so it's the United Soviet Hedgehog
Oh my
Regime.
of
God.
Russia.
Yeah, the Union of Soviet Hedgehog Republics.
It's not really
Oh.
much of a republic.
Oh my god. This is gold. Thank you, Ben. Like, thank
No.
you.
Why is this a thing?
Should I just put like a whole text scroll of this fucking kid's backstory into the
No,
fucking...
Yes.
If you want to, like, link it in the description. Hey, if you guys want to go see Krasny Volkovich, the Hedgehog, please check the description.
It's some good shit, man. It's some good shit, man.
That's too good to be fucking true, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, like,
We live in a society.
we live in the society with Marxist hedgehogs. Anyway, traps
We just live
are
in a
gay.
society. Traps are gay.
Traps
Traps
My
are
girlfriend-
indeed gay.
Traps are very
My
gay.
girlfriend.
And, yeah,
At least the physical trap itself is gay. They are gay.
oh my god.
But is liking a trap gay? That is the real question.
It depends on how female the trap looks.
Hmm.
I'm gonna link...
So let's say
Aaron...
let's say they
Oh, sorry.
so let's say the trap looks very female, but it's very visible that they are a guy.
Like penis...
just
like
a bulge.
Just penis is showing. Like David Bowie
Yes.
style penis is showing.
Like bulge. Like straight up bulge, or it's just sticking out.
Okay.
But they're very female looking.
It all depends. Do I have to look them in the eye?
Yes.
I mean, while you, like, grind your dicks together, like,
No.
you'd be butt
Mm.
fucking. You'd be...
Tummy
because there's
sticks.
only one hole.
Tummy sticks though.
Tell me. What the fuck?
Oh my...
Wedding crashers, remember?
Yeah, wedding crashers.
I mean, like, it's... You're still getting some dick, though.
I mean, I'm bi, so what does it...
That is true.
Are
I did not know this.
Are traps gay? Be honest with me.
They are.
I mean...
Would you
If you're-
be able to stick your dick into a trap
Yes.
I mean,
and live with yourself as a human being. Ben,
are we talking about like an anime trap, or are we talking about like an actual like person that looks like a girl?
We're talking anime trap here, specific.
Oh, okay, of course.
Definitely. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want some of that?
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't some of that pussy? Oh wait, my bad.
Little boy pussy.
Little bo- who wants some of that dick? As long as they say no. Wait, as long as you say no homo afterwards, it's fine.
You should be good.
You have.
Everything.
You should say it at least once.
At least once.
Mm-hmm. Because that cancels out the whole thing.
It does. Like the singularity of being gay is just canceled.
It's like
Because you're just giving.
gay isn't a sexuality; it's a status effect. That's all it is.
Yeah. Because at this point, it's not a blowjob. It's a bro job.
Oh god, this is
Oi.
getting really gay fast. But all right, let's get back to the topics.
That was the topic.
I know that was the topic.
That was one of them. Social taboo.
It's not gay if I don't look the man in the eye.
It's not gay if it's in a three-way.
Yes.
Dan Schneider.
If the booty hole winks, it's a twink.
What the fuck? But Ben, are you still there? I think we like broke.
He's
Ben.
died.
I think we broke Ben.
I think that Ben is so inspired by traps not being gay that he went to go fuck a trap.
Ben.
Good on Ben. Good on Ben.
Ben's gonna be listening to this later on, and he's gonna be just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?"
Many things.
Literally, like after he hears it, it's just like, well, here's my resignation.
Here's my resignation from the...
Hello?
Are you there?
Oh,
Hey, there you are.
My thing had stopped working. I thought I've been talking this whole fucking time.
That's...
oh, so you did hear that?
Yeah. First off, traps are fucking gay. Second, follow-up question: is it gay if my girlfriend has a pickle in her pants while we're having sex? Is that gay?
Of course not.
No.
It's the pickle inside of her.
No, but it looks like a bulge while you're having sex.
Oh,
How do you not...
There's still a
called grinding.
vag. There's still a vag.
Listen, here's what you do. After you have the pickle in there, you take out the pickle, and then when you eat her out, it's a tasty treat.
What the fuck?
Yeah. You just basically had a ham sandwich with a pickle.
You just had a ham sandwich with a pickle.
This is the
Actually,
kind of
roast
courtesy
beef.
that
Roast
your
beef.
parents aren't telling you.
This is the type of stuff you need to teach you in school, man.
Exactly.
My school needs to teach me about how.
What is schools teaching us nowadays?
You know what this brings up? Wait, you know what this brings up? All right, I saw a film yesterday. It's fantastic. It's from like 1985, and I saw Spinal Tap. Has anybody heard of
Oh
Spinal
my
Tap?
god, I love Spinal
I
Tap.
have never seen Spinal Tap. Tell me
What
the
is
plot.
that? What is?
Spinal Tap is
what-
fucking brilliant.
Dom, just go see Spinal Tap.
Just tell me the fucking plot so I know what I'm going into.
It's a mockumentary about a band.
Okay.
Okay.
Good enough for me.
That's all you need to know.
Nice.
And these guys are these washed up rock and roll dudes from the 80s, and it was created by like several different people. I'm trying to remember. One of the dudes on there is the guy who does like almost all the voices on The Simpsons.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. In fact, they were on The Simpsons. Spinal Tap was on The Simpsons in one
They
episode.
were?
Yeah, Bart wanted to go see a concert for one of his favorite bands, and it was Spinal Tap.
Oh my god.
And
Oh,
it was
yeah,
and
that's
it was
true.
it was all their original voices.
I hope you know, Aaron.
Good joking.
Oh, I know this is a little off topic, but Aaron, I hope you know that I'm gonna send this podcast to Danielle, and then she's gonna wonder about my sanity.
Both your sanity and your sexuality. She's still gonna wonder if you still want to hear.
She doesn't question that at
Hmm.
all. She does not question
Oh,
that
no.
at all.
I'm sure you've had many times to prove it to her.
Okay, Aaron. Okay.
I'm gonna stop.
I love you, man. But,
Actually, no. You know me. I'm probably not gonna stop.
You're not gonna stop, and it's just gonna keep going and going and going.
I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I just can't stop.
Wait, do you want to have a discussion about Spinal Tap, or should I bring up my topic?
I do. I want to have a discussion on Spinal Tap because Spinal Tap is fucking awesome.
It
Nice.
is fucking awesome.
But you
But I
don't know
think-
why this part.
But
You don't know why this.
but I'd love to talk about it, but I think we'd be doing a disservice to Dom.
I mean,
considering
can I
he hasn't
say?
seen it.
That's
Can I say one scene?
Yeah, of course.
It's not like this is. It doesn't even ruin the plot. But like, the guy who does like a lot of the voices of The Simpsons went through a metal detector and had to take a bunch of stuff off. And the final time where they tried to take off went through the metal detector, it was detecting stuff near his crotch, and he took out. He had a pickle in his pants to make his dick look bigger that was covered in tinfoil.
It was. Oh my god.
Good God.
It's so fun. Oh, Dom, you.
It was so good, man.
It's so
It sounds
good.
like something I would do.
I think it's the first mockumentary. I don't think there was anything like that before that.
There needs
Beck.
to be more mockumentaries.
Beck.
Oh my god. Is there,
Back the
there
enemy.
needs to be more like good mockumentaries.
Stuff.
I think the
I
only
mean,
stuff with like
really
What
actual-
we do in this, what we do in the shadows is really good.
I'd hardly call that a mockumentary though.
that's the one with Jermaine something Jermaine Clement, right?
Wait, how is that not a mockumentary?
Because it has an actual like plot and structure where most mockumentaries don't.
Well,
But so did Spinal Tap.
yeah.
I guess like
It's still a
When
mock.
it comes to mockumentaries, you can't really do much.
then it's
like,
then
with-
I don't know what to really call it because it sounds more like a docudrama. So can I call it a mockudrama?
No, it's still a mockumentary because it's in a documentary format. It's pretending to be made by someone in that universe as a mockumentary. The whole point is to make fun of the genre. It's not an actual documentary because then it's not a mockumentary. Then it's just a documentary.
I know this, okay, but it has a plot and it's a documentary. Then it's called a docudrama. So then it has to be called a mockudrama.
I think that doesn't make any sense. I think it's a mockumentary.
It's just a mockumentary
All right, whatever.
I am confusion.
because there's no drama in it. It's hilarious.
No, like a good
Yeah,
example
dude,
of a
it's-
docudrama is the movie. I forget the name of it. Gummo. You guys ever seen that?
Gummo?
Yeah, Gummo.
No, wait. Hold on, wait. Have you guys ever seen the movie called Bernie with Jack Black?
No.
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 Oh my god, it's so funny. It's a true story about a guy who was charged with the murder of a lady, but like nobody did anything for like a year because he was such a nice guy and did so much for the community.
Did this actually happen?
This actually happened.
That's fucking beautiful, and I need to watch that movie now.
It is amazing. Hold on, I'll link. It's on. I think it's still on Netflix. If you guys have Netflix.
I'm gonna probably have to put in a lot of tags for this video, so like, fuck, I need to rewatch this now. Fuck my ass.
All right. Well,
Fuck
I
my
guess we
ass
can-
'cause I love Jesus.
I guess we can drop the Spinal Tap at this point because we can say that more of it for a later date. 'Cause I think it's really worth talking about.
I really am sorry for saying that we should move on from that then because it's such a great movie and I would talk about it, but I really think that Dom should watch it first.
Yeah,
Knowing
no,
that he's like a film guy.
All
I
right.
definitely agree.
All right, I'll take a watch at it then. But can I bring up my topic then?
Of course.
Yeah.
Sure.
The new Fooly Cooley.
Haven't seen it.
Oh, I am dying to see it. I remember when I was over at your place one time, Dom. I wanted.
Wait, what were you guys saying?
I
Sorry
was
for
excited.
that. Someone interrupted me, and
I said I haven't seen it.
okay,
I'm sorry.
Which you should.
And
What
And
the
I
new
was-
or the original?
No, the original. Just watch.
Because the new's not out yet. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, just watch the original. No, the new Fully Cooley trailer dropped, and I don't know how to feel about it, because, like, I like to analyze things, and I'm very bad because I overanalyze everything. And I can already guess the entire plot of the show just by watching the trailer.
Alright, well then, what do you think the plot is?
No, there's like 2 seasons, like one's called Progressive and one's called, Alternative. Which one do you want me to do?
I mean, I don't know.
I think the entire, like, plot of Progressive sounds like it's gonna be an all-female cast, apparently. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. But the only male character is gonna be the lead character from the previous season of Fully Cooley. And I can already tell what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
I think they're gonna change Fully Cooley into something that's like more politically correct, if you know what I mean.
Fuck.
I'm out of my element here. I've never seen either of them.
Oh,
I've been suggested it a lot, but
The original Fully Cooley.
It's a fantastic show.
The original Fully Cooley is like a godsend to animation.
It's fucking
Literally.
majestic. Nothing can beat it.
Even the dubbed is amazing too.
Yeah.
well, I'm a big fan of Trigger.
Wait.
You guys
Oh,
ever
Fire
watch any Trigger anime like Kill la
Oh,
Kill,
heard.
Gurren Lagann?
If you liked those, you will love Fully Cooley.
I feel like I will.
Believe me, you will.
But I can already tell what's gonna happen with the series, really. Because the entire cast of the first season, which I think is Progressive, is gonna be all female, besides Takun and one other boy. And I think they're gonna turn Fully Cooley into some kind of social justice thing, which I don't necessarily mind as long as it's done well.
Okay, but like, that was my first concern when I heard the word progressive.
Yeah.
But my question is that, like, if you're saying you're predicting the plot, like, what do you think the plot's gonna be? That's my question.
Haruko's gonna come back to whatever the fuck town Fully Cooley was in, like Mabase, I think. Takun's still gonna be there. He's gonna be older, he's gonna be an adult, and he's gonna have a daughter, and that daughter's gonna be the one who's gonna have all the shit pulled out of her head. And what's gonna happen is each episode is gonna reflect a different problem women have, which I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. This is me saying this is with hope. But I think what they're gonna do is make Takun out to be the villain.
Sounds about right.
So wait, what? They would make Takun out to be the villain in his daughter's story in this regard.
Yeah, because she's probably gonna be rebellious and probably leave him or something.
Because his father played a similar role, I think, in the first one, didn't he?
Yeah, his father was more of the
Sort of.
antagonist to him, and I don't think that would work well for his character.
You mean Takun's?
Yeah, Takun's character.
It doesn't seem in his character to do such a thing.
Like, I think he.
And it really it shows the opposite of character growth too. If you do that, because you have this character who's learned like life lessons in a very short amount of time as an allegory to becoming an adult. And if you remove that, you've completely negated the whole point of the original series.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how growing up is a lot. You basically forget most of the stuff you learned as a child and just leave it behind where it was.
Yeah, and I think what's going to happen is Naoto's going to be the main villain of that instead of Haruko, and Haruko's going to be more the protagonist. Or his daughter is, at least. And I'm really worried that, like, people are going to get upset over this, which I probably won't, because I think if they redeem him in the end, I'll be fine. But other than that, I'm going to be pissed off.
We'll see, I guess, in that regard, because, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it, too, if that's what's going to happen, because I understand, I after hearing what Aaron had to say, I understand the whole, you forget some of the lessons you've learned as a child, but I also don't want to see the character revert backwards.
Yeah. I think if they could pull it off, like where he's not necessarily the bad guy, he's just kind of telling his daughter to grow up, and she doesn't want to do that, and so Haruko kind of has to force her to grow up. I think that'll be a good way to do it.
That sounds about right. That does sound like Haruko's character.
Yeah. All right, I think that's it for my topic.
Well, no, because that's progressive. Then we have one more.
Oh yeah, alternative. Fuck. Alternative's gonna have nothing. I think is gonna have nothing to do with Haruko because she's only in it for like 2 shots. She's only in it for 2 shots, and she's in her original outfit, not her new outfit. And
so she could become something kind of more irrelevant in this one.
Yeah, and we have another person with a guitar who hits our main character Hidomi over the head. Who hits our over the head? Oh, sorry. Keep going.
I think that could be interesting because, you know, it doesn't exactly make sense that Haruko would be the only person causing these kind of things to happen. I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think it kind of shows this. You know, maybe there's like, kind of like how there's like certain dragons for families in Chinese mythology.
Yeah.
I mean, she's completely messing with almost like strictly Haruko's family, if that's the case. And I think that might be interesting.
Yeah.
Like it's some sort of family-based demon. And sure, it doesn't make entire sense because they'd be really considering your parents both had one. But it works well for the concept of the plot.
I think Fully Coolly Alternative's going to be the better one out of the 2 seasons. Because it actually... Oh, I just got a message. Fuck. I think it's going to be the better one out of the 2 seasons. So,
Why is that?
Because it's going to deal with, like, from what I hear in this plot synopsis, it's going to deal with interpersonal relationships. Wait, can you guys talk? I want to make sure you guys are still on record.
Hello?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay. But, it's gonna deal with interpersonal relationships between 2 of these characters, Hidomi and her friend Ide. Ide is gonna be, apparently in the new season, in Alternative, a bunch of people are gonna get the horns coming out of their head, not just one. And so each episode is gonna revolve around one person having something come out of their head and attack them.
Well, that sounds really interesting.
So we're not just focused on one character.
I think that works well, especially for the type of world it could build.
Definitely, because it's like the what's it called? It's the disjointed story effect.
Also, most of what I'm talking about is mainly just speculation from me and people on forums and shit. So I'm gonna leave a link to that down in the description.
I mean, I would definitely love to see something like that because I'm a big avid fan of like a lot of shows and stories with disjointed plots or stories where it's like a bunch of things happening
around.
Yes, especially if they like.
I don't mind the female main character or whatever, but like from what I can tell, people are accepting with open arms. I don't mind it at all, as long as they don't try to shove a social justice message down our throat.
Oh yeah,
I hope they don't.
Wait,
we already got enough of those today.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say, Ben? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Like I said, like I hope they don't, but it depends on like. I mean, it doesn't seem like that makes sense to me because Japan doesn't really give a shit about this social justice crap.
That's true.
I know, but because Fully Coolly right now is really just made for the American audience. Really, that's all it is. Just like Space Dandy was.
Oh, Space Dandy is beautiful.
I love Space Dandy.
It's probably one of my favorite anime. I think objectively the best anime is probably Cowboy Bebop.
I still need to watch Cowboy Bebop and Space Dandy because I've heard good things about both of them.
Cowboy Bebop literally teaches you the meaning of nothing.
Yeah.
People are speculating that Cowboy Bebop and Space Dandy are in the same universe.
I think it is.
No, it cannot.
How can they not be in the same universe?
I'm not going to confirm nor deny it, but because I don't know.
I think they can, like, if you want to have that as your headcanon, but probably not. Their styles are way too different.
That's
The
true.
styling is way too different, and like the way their worlds are is way too different.
Well, I think I saw one
Because
theory that was like,
because like the
sorry.
gritty, because like my bad.
What's it called? I think I saw one theory that Space Dandy takes place farther in the future.
That
would make sense.
Yeah, that could actually work. Yeah.
That could make
Because-
sense.
Because with Space Dandy, it's set in a world that's a lot more calm and like a lot more what's it called? A lot more commercial than Cowboy Bebop was.
I mean,
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. You can go, John.
Cowboy Bebop. It was more chill and like
It was grittier.
it was grittier. And even though that all it was taking place in the future, it still was kind of believable, ish. You know?
Yeah.
Like
'Cause, like,
when you see when you see the stuff there, it's like even though if it's like, oh, there's a city that looks kind of like Earth on Mars, it still kind of makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like it's not as fantastical as the way Space Dandy makes it out.
True.
I think it's probably the same world, but through different perspectives.
Maybe.
That could work.
But I feel like Space Dandy would be farther in the future because, like, with all the technological advances, such as like the hyperspace and stuff like that, that would be something much farther than Bebop would be.
Yeah, because Cowboy Bebop had the jump gates. They didn't have like hyperspace or anything. They just had like gates to help you get somewhere faster.
Pretty much.
So it could be possible. But as with
Especially,
theories, they're just theories,
like,
you know.
Especially like with Cowboy Bebop, the whole universe felt like it was more in turmoil than really in peace and like business, like the way Space Dandy was.
I feel like when you said, sorry.
Because like with Cowboy Bebop, the universe was a lot less explored and still like wild and like dangerous. But like with Space Dandy, it's more of something to be exploited.
Yeah, that's very true. In fact, yeah, that's just completely true.
Like look at literally the restaurant that they have called Boobs.
Oh
God, yeah.
No.
Like they're not even like dumbing it down anymore with like Hooters or anything. It's just boobs.
Yes, just straight boobs.
Because it's that, as you said, that world is much more like consumerist, you know.
And like the fact that in Space Dandy, the dandy literally makes his money finding new species when most of the species have been pretty found out.
Yeah.
I like to think of it this way. If you can imagine that Cowboy Bebop is like the space 70s. Space Dandy is the space 80s.
Yeah, because it's Space 80s.
Yeah.
It's a lot more hopeful and a lot more upbeat.
Because the 70s was a lot more like, you know, like, man, we gotta rise up together, you know, like, well, that was more the 60s. But either way, like, there were still bits of that in the 70s, you know.
I feel
the 70s.
I feel
The 70s was a lot grittier.
I feel as
it was a lot grittier.
I feel as the 70s is more kind of like hopeless. Like, have you ever seen the movie Silent Running? It's very fucking depressing. Like, Alien, like, came out in the 70s. Silent Running. everything from the 70s sci-fi era was fucking depressing. And
Oh yeah, that was really depressing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except for no, that was it. Was that 80s? Was Flash Gordon 80s or 70s?
I think it was 80s. I can look it up right now if you want.
I could check.
But yeah,
The only thing I can contribute to this conversation is that I find it fascinating
It's
that the guy
80s.
who did
Yeah, it's 80s.
a lot of the
barely.
animation.
Sorry about that.
Oh, wait, what did you say,
Can anybody
Ben?
hear me? Wait, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
yeah.
Oh, okay. The only thing I can really contribute to this conversation is that I find it fascinating that Space Dandy, the head animator for that, like all of it was done in Flash.
Really?
That was done in
Damn.
Flash, dude.
No fucking way.
That's nice, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can do with Flash.
And like the animation was so beautiful. But like
Oh yeah,
I
it
could
doesn't even look
I could
like it
tell.
belongs in Flash.
I could tell like from the music video for Viva Namida that it was in Flash.
Also, what's it called? I forget. Fucking back to the whole Fully Cooley thing as well. The lead animator for fucking Space Dandy, Natsumi, is working on the new Fully Cooley, along with the guy who wrote Psychopaths.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Cause Psychopath was beautifully written.
It was so smart too. So if they can pull it off, I'll be fucking set.
We'll be expecting a lot more to come out of this pair.
Yeah.
Another thing,
That sounds pretty awesome.
another thing while we're on the topic of anime. How many of you have seen Elfen Lied?
I've seen it.
I have not.
Like, it was such a beautiful anime, but I'm still like iffy about what it stood for and what was like the whole, I don't know, nuance of it.
Like, wait, what'd you say? Repeat that?
Like, I'm still like baffled whenever I watch Elfen Lied. Like, what was really the main story? Like, not the story. What was the main meaning to it? Really?
Wasn't really much of a meaning. It doesn't try to answer any profound questions or anything. It just like tries to tell a fucking disturbing story, which I commemorated for that.
Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, definitely. It tells a good story.
Yeah, like I didn't really like it as much as most people do, and then again, I'm a fan of Evangelion, so fucking fight me.
Did you know that the woman that sang "Cruel Angel's Thesis" is an avid JoJo fan?
Yes.
To the point where she took a bunch of pictures of her licking a bunch of Jotaros.
I fucking.
A bunch of what? A bunch of what?
Just
Jotaros.
Jotaro from JoJo.
Oh, so she's licking objects from JoJo.
Yeah.
Yep. So like she'll like hug her TV or like put her iPad in her mouth. It's some very cute pictures because she's a very cute lady.
Fly me to the moon.
Before
Oh, sorry.
before we keep talking about anime, and though I really like anime, I haven't watched
Same.
that much of it, so there's not much I could really input.
What anime have you watched?
I only watch like ones I get really interested in. I watch most of the stuff done by Trigger because I love their animation style.
True.
I watched parts of Gurren Lagann. I watched what's it called? I watched all the Kill la Kill. I watched. There's like some like really bizarre thing that they made, but I can't remember what it's called. I watched parts of Space Dandy. I haven't seen the whole thing. I want to go back to it at one point. I've seen all of what's it called? Cowboy Bebop.
Nice.
Fucking masterpiece.
I mean,
Yeah.
of course. And then I saw some weird ones. I started watching a lot more
Ooh,
My
I should
Hero
definitely.
Academia.
Oh, Boku no Hero Academia is the best. It's one of the
Everybody
best.
I'm not the biggest fan of that.
I mean, it's a good show.
It's a
It's
good
me.
show. It's a good show. I just don't like power fantasies as much as I used to.
Understandable, but like, at least for me, it's like the Naruto nostalgia, except
Yeah,
it's not as terrible as Naruto.
like
Oh,
overhyped.
yeah.
Like, it's hyped at a good amount because it is a good anime with a beautiful story. But like, it's like something I can wake up to watch every day, like the way I did Naruto,
Yeah.
or even better,
I
Bleach. I used to watch Bleach all the time. No, even better. It's like Fullmetal Alchemist for me.
I think, okay, you're gonna hate me for this. All of you are gonna hate me in this room for saying this. I think
What?
the original Fullmetal Alchemist is better than Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
No, I agree with you on that.
Finally, someone does.
I mean, I grew up watching FMA original, and that was my basis for
I'm
I never saw the
FMA,
original.
Oh, what?
including the manga, because I read the whole manga too.
Oh wait, Ben, what were you saying?
I've never seen the original, so I can't really say much on the original.
I
Do
haven't-
you want me to
The original is good.
do you want me to give you a synopsis of the changes, or do you want to go watch it for yourself?
I haven't seen either.
Read the
Um,
manga. Read the
I
manga.
mean,
Oh, sorry.
I know a few of them. So
There's a big
I
fan.
know-
Oh, sorry.
I know there's like a separation between like who the main antagonists are. There's a separation with the ending.
The one thing that really kills Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood for me, because I was behind that up until the father arc.
mhm.
I hate how father literally becomes God at the end. That is bullshit. I hate it. It can go fucking die.
That's
Wait, what did you
you're thinking of Hohenheim, and that's actually not correct.
No, he doesn't become Hohenheim. He becomes God.
Yeah, Hohenheim does not become, but
No, father.
father is just
Father becomes the father homunculus becomes God.
essentially.
I really did not like that because it just kind of goes into the whole Japanese trope of, oh, how are we gonna raise the stakes for the final boss fight? Oh, just make him God.
Wow.
Well, that's
mean,
90%
yeah.
of all anime.
Yeah, and I think the Full Metal Alchemist.
Dragon Ball Z, boom. Dragon Ball Z, boom. That's basically Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, essentially everything about Dragon Ball Super is just fight God.
Or gods.
Yeah. But back to what I was saying. Really?
Oh.
Sorry.
No, I don't know what you were gonna say. I spaced out.
I feel as though the climax to FMA is way better than the climax to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like, you could, no matter what the fuck you say, you can't change my mind.
I mean, yeah, I appreciate that Brotherhood also gave us more story to go with it,
Yeah.
as far as bringing the brothers back together and having them work together now that they've what's it called? That they've repaired themselves fully.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I appreciate that very much because I was very sad at the end of FMA, the original, when the brothers were separated, including in the manga.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah. I like, no matter what people say about it, I love the reveal that, spoiler warning, 3, 2, 1. Envy turns out to be Al.
Hohenheim's first son.
Yeah, Hohenheim's first son, and he's
Like
jealous.
his first creation, at least.
Yeah, and he's jealous of
Alphonse and Edward.
He's jealous of Alphonse and Edward and wants to kill them both and wants to become human again. And that's his whole goal.
Basically,
That's
like when he reveals himself to Edward in like the final episode of original.
it's so funny.
Edward.
Like he literally looks like Edward a lot older.
Yeah, and it looks like a mix between Hohenheim and Edward.
Basically,
It's really sad.
and it's so jarring, but it makes so much sense to the point where it explains why Envy is always trying to be someone else because he hates who he actually is and wants there to be no other copy of him, like nobody else that looks like him.
And that's why he wants to kill Hohenheim, and that's why he wants to kill Ed and Alphonse.
Because he wants to be able to be himself without looking like anyone else.
Yeah.
That got deep.
Yeah.
Anywho, before I was saying I didn't watch much anime. I was gonna see if I could change the topic to games because if I
Yes,
know
please.
anything, it's friggin' games.
Oh yeah.
So,
You've been playing any of that PUBG, manies?
ooh, I do play PUBG. Recently,
Nice.
my brother got me in. He's actually in the room right now. He's been sitting quiet. Tim, say hello.
Hi, Timmy.
All right, yeah.
Hi, Timmy.
All right. Well,
Big dick.
No.
Hey, am I on the air?
Yes.
yeah.
Fuck.
Nice.
Tell Timmy I said hi.
Don't
Thank you
call
for
him
that
Timmy,
response.
he
We
hates
greatly
that.
appreciate
Wait,
it.
what?
Don't call him Timmy. He hates that, dude.
That's Tom Farrah from the Laser Collection.
Yeah, it is Dom Farrah from the Laser Collection.
Oh my god. Tom from the fireman. You're right.
Wait, from what?
Okay, keep it
He
up.
said you're Dom Farrah from the Laser Collection.
Totally.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah. Recently, my brother got me into. There's a mobile version now of PUBG that you can get on your phone.
I'd be playing that.
And I'll tell you what though, it is so easy.
Wait, why?
I think cause it's literally children and bots playing it.
I'd fucking wreck every little shit's day with that.
Man,
Only problem is there's too much storage.
Oh, yeah.
What's
And the
full
new
of bots and stuff?
the
It's like
PUBG mobile.
it's literally 1,500 megabytes.
Yeesh.
It's not. Yeah, I haven't gotten it because it's too much on there. So I've just been like wasting my time playing like.
Real PUBG.
Yeah,
And Fortnite.
and Fortnite.
Fortnite is good too.
Oof. I haven't gotten into
I'm-
Fortnite. I don't like Fortnite
don't-
as much as I like PUBG. Sorry about that.
I haven't played. I haven't played PUBG yet, but I played Fortnite and I hated it.
You just,
Yeah,
you
I
just don't
wanna
get the
play-
nuance to it, man. Get the fuck out.
I
The
played.
nuance, the fucking nuance. I get to walk around for like ever, slowly pretending that I'm not trying to hide and play hide and go seek until I get shot with a shotgun and die.
It's literally Battle Royale. I'm playing Battle Royale. What more would I want?
It's hide and go seek.
That's the thing with Fortnite. Playing Fortnite Battle Royale just makes you want to play the real Fortnite.
I don't mind.
And that's the thing. Everyone kind of forgets that Fortnite is an actual game. It's not like just Fortnite Battle Royale. There's also Fortnite.
That is true. But like
I can't
Royale,
even play the regular game.
like,
What was that, Tim?
like the fun thing about Fortnite is that you can build stuff as you go
Oh yeah.
along.
Yeah.
Saying like a tortilla chip with no Dorito dust on it is a Dorito.
Yeah.
Well, technically it is.
No.
It's shaped like a
It's a
Dorito.
tortilla
It looks
chip.
like a Dorito. It may not taste like a Dorito, but it's still a Dorito.
No, it's a tortilla chip.
We can get into this argument later, John.
Are you trying to? Are we really trying to argue about tortilla chips and Doritos?
Yes.
What is
Anyway,
Anyway, let's segue.
I have gotten 2 new games as of recently, and what's it called? They've been apparently controversial,
What game?
and those games I've gotten Sea of
Beyond
Thieves
Good and Evil.
recently, and what's it called? Far Cry 5.
Oh,
I don't really like Far Cry 5.
beautiful game.
You don't like Far Cry 5?
Yeah, it's not as good. The gold standard for Far Cry games for me is Far Cry 3, and I held it up to that and didn't meet my expectations.
I held it up to Far Cry 3 and I was like, oh yeah, I can see that. Because Far
Far Cry
Cry
4 was
3
also
still isn't like that interesting. But if you take away some of the parts that are in it, one, there's like a whole thing with just like a Skrillex song
Yeah.
where you burn marijuana with a flamethrower.
I fucking love that part, okay? I'm sorry.
You love that? Like this one had like a nice score to it. Like there's like the cults have hymns, like the water wash away your sins.
That's kind of bad.
That's like some Bioshock stuff.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
It was good. It was well done, and I liked that.
I mean, what about the main character? Does he have an arc? Yes or no?
Your main character, the character you play as?
The character you play as, does he have an arc, and does he matter to the plot at all?
Yes, he does
Yes.
have an arc.
Just like in 4.
He or she, because it is a created character.
All right, then I don't care. I lost all hope already. The moment you said create a character, I was out.
You don't like making your own character? It's a silent protagonist type deal.
That type of shit pisses me off sometimes because sometimes they don't do it right. Like Fallout 4, that's a bad example.
Oh god. No, but that's not the thing. It's not silent protagonist. That's like you are some dude. You can make him look really ugly, but he still has the same voice. Or she. I don't discriminate.
Mm.
But also, I don't like Fallout 4 because I feel like the whole thing about Fallout,
The protagonist isn't silent enough.
right? Like your character in Fallout 4 never shuts the fuck up.
He's fucking annoying.
He's annoying, exactly.
I like
And
how even when you skip the dialogue, he goes, right, yeah.
yeah, like when you skip someone's dialogue, he just kind of goes, uh-huh, yeah. Like I hate that shit.
He just has basic fucking
That's just
action
like
hero
Coke.
dialogue, and it pisses me the fuck off.
What was that, Tim?
That game better be like new Coke for the Fallout franchise.
Oh my god. There's a what's it called? I hate the whole like the created character thing. I thought was okay. You know, that's fine. But because you do have a created character in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
But what I really hated was the fact that you can make your own custom weapons. That just ruins the whole purpose of like scavenging and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it just
Okay,
Like-
that is stupid.
Like it's like, okay, well, you can get ammo. But what if I find a special gun? Well, it's okay. You can modify it to make it look like a big giant penis. Like it's just like, okay, well, you can turn your shotgun into a Death Star laser, and you can murder people from across the map.
Yes.
Anti-gun lobby talking after the recent school shooting.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
2008.
I think we need to get Tim on the podcast now.
Tim, they want you to be a guest on the podcast.
Bet.
You said bet.
Okay.
So that means okay.
Special guest star, Tiny Tim.
Special guest star Tim from the Laser Collection.
Little Tim from Tobuscus.
Little Tim from Tobuscus. Okay,
Oh.
we have to select a guest, either Tim Fitzpatrick or Toby Turner.
I don't think anyone wants Toby Turner.
Why not
Well, I
Toby
think-
Turner?
Because he raped a girl.
I'm kidding.
Actually, he didn't. That was allegations, and it was actually wrong.
He didn't, but I'm just doing it to be an asshole.
I'm just joking about it.
What I'm doing is just being an asshole. Like, I don't care what people think about me.
Then,
Yeah, fuck you, Dom.
Oh, fuck you.
All
you
right,
know
now
how it's
that,
done.
what else was I talking about? Oh, for how much I hate Fallout 4. One thing I hated so much is that, you know how in New Vegas you had Mr. New Vegas, and then of course in Fallout 3 you had Three Dog. What do you get? You just get like some dude.
Yeah.
Like when I heard him, I was like, I don't care about you. And even like, isn't there like, my little brother's the one that really played it. Tim, isn't there a quest where you make him
It
like?
goes from being like a total insult to in like one quest.
He goes.
And it changes everything he says on the radio. It's kind of funny, but it's also like it's Fallout 4, so I just hate it. If it was in Fallout 3, I would have been like, yeah, but because it's Fallout 4, I'm like, dude, it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, but that's the thing though. That's the one that got everyone into Fallout. You know,
Mm-hmm. And it's complete fucking trash.
and it's garbage. Like, what's it called? I play what's it called? Fallout. I've got a Fallout New Vegas of all the games. And that one is my favorite, honestly. And to some,
I think Fallout New Vegas is actually objectively the best Fallout game.
objectively, I played Fallout 1. Fallout 1's really good. It's got a good story.
Yeah, it's got a good story, but I just can't play
People can't do the gameplay nowadays.
I mean, I like it. Like, I played through the whole game. I just couldn't be bothered to play Fallout 2.
Yeah. Oh, Fallout 2. Fallout 2 is, like, different. I played Fallout 1 a bit. And I like the whole fact that you have to do everything. I think you have to do, like, part of the main quest, like, within, like, a couple days, or else you lose the game.
Yeah, and that's what fucking sucks about it.
And it's more played as, like, more of a role-playing game, because, you know, like, when you die, you basically get the end game screen, where it's just like, and so he died in the wasteland, the end.
Yeah.
And that was, and what's it called? Seeing that the old CGI, for the game, kind of brings you into, like, the uncanny valley, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's really spooky watching, like, those old cutscenes. Because they move so, like, statically and...
Yeah.
It's like watching a really old Jamie Morrison puppet, or not Jim Henson puppet.
Oh, God. No,
Pretty much.
wait. I would not compare the NPCs in Fallout 1 to Jim Henson's puppetry.
Have you ever... Okay, I will send you a picture of one of his puppets, and they look exactly the same. Is that you, Ben?
What?
Are you yeeing at me?
Yeeing.
That's a phone vibrating.
I know, but I was trying to...
Good job.
Did you just
that was-
eat at me?
Did you
Yes.
yeet at
Okay.
me, boy?
Then that will.
Did somebody
If you
say
mean
my name?
My phone vibrating. Then yes.
It's fine, but...
Uh,
I wonder how many gigs this fucking podcast has become.
I hope it becomes so much your computer explodes.
We're 4 gigs in, baby. We're 4 gigs in.
Yeet.
yeah.
How's a podcast 4 gigs?
Audio.
It's on.
Hey, why don't you tell us the length instead of how big the file is?
It's 58 minutes.
Exactly.
58 minutes.
That's a lot.
How long do you want it to be?
I was hoping at least like maybe an hour and a half, but if you guys want to stop, we can. I think Ben wanted to make a topic.
Ben?
Oh yeah, I had several topics in mind.
I say we only do one because I think we only have time for one.
Uh-oh. Looks like I might get cut off the air.
And that's all the time we have. Okay, sorry.
Fuck.
Continue.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that what I think would make an what I want to talk about is fuck. Hang on, give me 1 second. I get to pick which one. So give me like a minute.
Speaking of topics,
Dun, 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 dun,
I'm just thinking of the last
dun,
episode I did with you guys where Dom went away, and so me, Matt, and Ben started talking
Oh wait,
about
Matt.
porn parodies.
Aaron, we can all hear you singing.
Yeah, I'm doing Jeopardy.
Mm.
The Jeopardy thing.
Oh, I want to hear John's thing. I'm sorry.
No problem.
All right, keep
What?
going, John.
Yeah, I just really like that episode.
No, I couldn't hear you. Repeat it.
Oh, I said that I really like that one, the last one I was on, where it was when Dom, you went oh, I gotta do some chores real quick, and then when you went away, I immediately was just like, hey, you guys watch porn? And then we just started watching bad porn parodies while you were gone.
I hope you know that I didn't edit any of that out.
Thank you so much.
Ooh.
I just couldn't be. I really could not be asked. I really could not be asked.
Oh my, it's so
I wish I was there.
oh my god.
Let's not do that. Let's not get a repeat of that again.
Why not?
Why not?
If that happens again, I'm not doing this podcast ever again.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dom, says John, logging into Pornhub.com.
Please don't do this to me. Don't do this again.
The Unrecorded Podcast is brought to you by Pornhub.com. I use special promo code.
More like Hornhub. Have you seen it? Hornhub?
Hornhub?
Yeah, check it out right now. They called it Hornhub for some reason.
Hornhub.com.
Oh, it is? They did change it to Hornhub.
What the fuck?
Aria blows her big moment.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Alright.
Ben, state your argument or whatever the fuck you're doing.
Before I bring up another porn parody.
Fuck, I gotta hurry. What I'm trying to, I think would be interesting of a topic is I want to talk about Neanderthals.
Neanderthals.
Ooh.
I'm a Neanderthal.
Like dumb people. Dumb people.
Same.
Damn right. They actually were pretty smart. That's part of the reason why I'm interested in this topic, because I saw a documentary recently all about Neanderthals and the way they behaved.
Yeah, weren't they?
Yeah, it's just really fascinating to me. See, they have a lot of bizarre facial variations, like inside of the head and things like that. But at the same time, their brain size is relatively the same as that of a modern human. So when you think about it, they have the capacity of the same human intelligence.
Yeah.
And what I think is the most interesting is I learned this while watching the documentary, is the version that would become us. We actually had we had the same relative, and the version that would become us stayed in Africa, while the other version that would become a Neanderthal moved upward into areas like Germany and the Middle East, Russia, and that became a Neanderthal. And the amount of DNA that we share with them is so incredibly close that to say that they're primitive or stupid is an utter lie. And I think the most interesting thing to me is if you go through the DNA of the entire human species and sample each individual piece of it, we as the entire human species have a total of 30% of their genome inside of us.
This is true.
Yeah, weren't they more docile than
No, they were not.
Oh, they were more aggressive?
They were active hunters.
Oh, I heard they were more docile actually.
I don't know where you learned that, because that is not true. Because
Savages.
I think I might have heard it on like a Jordan Peterson podcast. So.
well, Jordan Peterson is not right in that regard. Now, I mean, were they bloodthirsty savages? No. Were they like utterly docile? No. They engaged in daily hunting. They had tool usage, fire, animal skins that they wore. The thing is, they actually had to eat way more food than us. They had to eat 6,000 calories.
Why?
Because their muscle mass was massive.
They were active, like very active.
So, like, if they were with that level of food requirement, it'd be impossible.
I mean, the closest comparison you have between the men is like a military service member, especially a Marine, because knowing what we have to do on a daily basis, we usually need a diet of like 5,000 to 10,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
And like the MREs are literally made for having 10,000 calories in a day.
Yeah, that's really close. And they are just they had like complex cultures too. At least we're starting to discover like there's clear evidence of them doing cave paintings prior to humans coming here. So that would mean that they engaged, artistic means, or were able to see things in a similar way to us.
They made memes. They created memes.
Yes, that's it. But they also were what's the word I'm looking for here?
Were they organized? Like,
oh, they were very organized. They have a bone in the neck that showed that they were capable of vocalizations very similar to our own. So, and the way they hunted would have required for them to communicate with each other to execute their plans of hunting. But what I found them also, they had burials, which means that their concept of death is very similar to our own. It just gets weirder and weirder. The amount of intelligence that they had. It's not that I'm surprised, considering we were, interbreeding.
Yeah.
But our relative, we only split apart about 800,000 years.
It's kind of.
I mean, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
in the grand scheme of things, not so much.
Yeah, like in like terms of evolution, that's like 8 years.
Yeah. And it's just fascinating.
Yeah. It's just.
I'm honestly more interested in learning about the Neanderthals now, like hearing about this, because like I knew stuff about like ancient humans that they were like, such as Neanderthals, they weren't as stupid as people made them out to be. They were actually very intelligent for their time.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh yeah, and there was evidence when they were alive, they were still making new tools, and that they hadn't gone extinct. There's evidence that they might have still kept making them. The thing is that what may have contributed a huge force into their downfall is they had a very low genetic diversity near the end. Is what they did is they would similar to actually the stereotypes, they actually were quite close to areas with caves and other places because it was safer for a human to be in those areas that protect you from the elements while also giving you somewhere to be away from other predators. So it made sense. But the fact of the matter is that over time that they had to engage in inbreeding to survive. So their diversity gets lower and lower, and then their immune system gets lower and lower, and their probability of survival is impossible. Especially when you have entirely new species like humans coming in with all these new unknown diseases their bodies are not even close to adapted to.
And then, like, let's not even factor in just the chances of actually surviving childbirth
Yeah.
for both the female and the child itself.
Like, isn't it true that
Sorry.
that people from like Southeast Asia and I think Russia hold the highest amount of the concentration of like Neanderthal DNA?
You might be right. I'm not sure.
I can look this up.
Mostly Russia.
I can look this up right now if you really want me to.
Yeah,
I say go for it.
I believe it was mostly Russia.
Oh fuck. I got an ad.
Ugh.
Caution.
Oh,
A virus has been detected.
Just give me a sec.
Caution. A virus has been detected.
I'm gonna have to edit this the fuck out. No, it's
Yeah.
Caution. A virus.
alright, there it goes. I'm gonna edit that part out, but I'm gonna go look it up. It's just that what I was doing actually was while we were talking was downloading our previous podcast audio so we could do this.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
But one thing they also had is they had their bones weren't as well equipped for running, and instead were more built for the capability of grappling and things like that.
Yeah.
But what that
Makes
probably
sense.
was is even though they could work well with each other, they still use spears and tools. So the odds are is that may have been an evolutionary advantage to a cold climate.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, they originally, started moving up through the Middle East. So they had a large nasal cavity which originated from Africa. For some reason, their body genetically did not change their nose size to fit the environment. So we have these animals well adapted, or people really, well adapted to a specific environment, but for some reason refuse to fully change in a way that would fit the environment better, which would be a more enclosed and smaller nose, which is something you do see in Europeans. So it makes me very curious about all the genetic variations and what made it tick.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I hear, I had to look into this again, but apparently red hair is also a Neanderthal gene.
Ooh. Then I must have a thing for Neanderthals because I'm a sucker for gingers.
I have a red beard.
Ooh, hot. Let me write it.
What the fuck? No.
It was at this moment that I decided to just jump off the nearest cliff.
What the fuck?
Daddy, no.
Rest in peace, Ben.
Stop.
He couldn't handle it.
Okay, but continue with the Neanderthals.
Right. So the Neanderthals, they also for some reason, I'm trying to remember what this is called, but there's a specific gene that gets spread. That's like it only can be spread from the mother.
A recessive gene or maternal?
It's like the maternal, like not maternal. I mean, like there's a literal gene imprint left by your mother that you have. Like we all have one, but for some reason there is not a single one left from Neanderthals in the human genome, which is extremely bizarre, because that could mean one of two things. That could either mean that the breeding we had with them was so limited that gene somehow never passed, or it could mean that the amount that we had was so little that it left in time, or, which I think is the most probable, is it may actually be that a female Neanderthal may be incapable of mating with a male human, because that would mean that there's this weird genetic incapability that prevents the spreading of that gene.
Well, when you think
No.
about it, with the way let's see, conception, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, conception. With the way conception works, um, 8 times out of 10, it's mostly like the egg gets the outer layer, the outer membrane of the eggs get worn down to the point where somehow a sperm finds a loose, well, like a very weak spot and just slides itself into there. But like very few chances, most times it'll be happening automatic because the protein on the end of the sperm will somehow match up a protein on the end of on like on the egg itself.
Yeah.
So then they'll link up and then completely fuse with no problem.
Huh.
So like one thing could be a the male wasn't for a male human. Male humans cannot produce the right amount of sperm count for a female
Neanderthal.
female Neanderthal, or just the sperm wasn't compatible at all based on the protein and amino acid specification.
Wait, can you repeat that? You cut
Some
out.
reason.
You cut out.
Cut out.
Yeah, you cut out.
I heard it.
I didn't hear it. Because if I can't hear it, then it's not going to be on the podcast.
Or what was the last part that you heard me, Dom?
The amino acid. That's the last thing I heard.
That was really the last thing I said about like with the proteins and amino acids. They just didn't link up with the conception.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Like it would seem weird because it would seem right that both humans and Neanderthals would basically be the same thing since they would both require the same types of proteins and minerals
Yeah.
because they're carbon-based life forms.
No, but by that
But-
logic, that means any carbon-based life form can, like, intermingle.
Exactly. But so definitely
Because, I don't know,
it could be a matter of literally the body recognizing it as a foreign contaminant.
That too. That could also have led to the, inability of this. But it's quite fascinating, I guess. All this strange genetic behavior, and the way they
'Cause,
behave.
like-
It makes me wonder what did put them down? What eliminated them exactly?
Cause remember in Assassin's Creed where we have genetic memory, correct?
not as much genetic memory as, like, Assassin's Creed says we do, though.
Yeah, not like that. But we're given instincts. Like our body is like hardwired to know what is foreign, contaminant, and what is natural.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like in the case of the Neanderthal and the human, it would make sense that the Neanderthal's body would not recognize the sperm of a male human
Yeah, so...
because if we were to be, because it would make sense that the two never intermingled, especially for a while after but even then that doesn't make much sense either. But then again, they were both different genuses, not the same.
They were different geniuses, but like I don't know. I'm not really into genetics all that much, so
Because it's not like different races with the way um with the way the Ice Age was and after the Ice Age.
oh wait, am I allowed
Right.
to add another topic or no?
Yeah, I think this one's hit its end.
I think we should add like our film to the topic list.
Oh, you mean the film we're working on?
Yeah.
Ooh, yay.
I'd like to hear more.
Oh shit.
Where would you want to start, Ben? Or I don't know. I guess.
Well,
I guess we should do like a plot synopsis first.
Yeah.
Interior.
Yeah, true.
Alright, the story is essentially about a man that kidnaps women and forces them to pretend to be his wife. Actually, funnily enough, Aaron's the one that came up with the name for the story.
Playhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And it's essentially like he kidnaps women, keeps them locked up for however long until he's either bored with them or they're not compliant. Essentially. And the entire like movie takes place over the course of one night in one house with one of his captives trying to escape.
Ooh.
Does that sound like a good enough plot synopsis, or should I like go into like the minor details?
That's up to you.
Just the idea that I got this idea from watching a lot of like Alfred Hitchcock movies and watching a lot of Japanese cyberpunk. Like that's just the way I want to do the editing. I like their editing and the way they shoot their movies, but I like how Hitchcock writes his movies, though. I've read a lot of Hitchcock scripts, and they're all really detailed and really actually fun to read. And so what I kind of want to achieve is just essentially, I don't want to go like profound or anything. I just want to go for shock value, if you know what I mean.
So, like, are
Yeah.
you gonna make it like a very, like, like gory?
I wouldn't say gory.
No, not really.
I wouldn't say
I
gory.
mean, there's the one shot.
More grotesque, I guess.
Yeah, it would be like very kind of disgusting to watch. But like what I'd probably do is do what the Saw at least the first Saw movie did, is like have like something disgusting take place off screen and then you only see the aftermath of it. That kind of thing.
Oh, I got you.
Like does that seem too disgusting for you, John, or
Well, no, I'm just wondering. Like, I'm fine with it being disgusting. It's just more like I wanted to know, like, what am I going in for? Like, am I going in to like be uncomfortable? Like,
you're going to feel very uncomfortable.
Because it's
I
like-
like that.
Because when you get down to it, you literally have a man who's like so,
In deep.
I would say, he's so lonely and so broken to the point where the only solace he has in life is literally to kidnap a woman and use them
For
as an object to remind him of his dead wife.
Oh wow, that's heavy. I'm already uncomfortable.
Like, this is literally supposed to resemble his childhood sweetheart from before he left for the war.
yeah. Like it's essentially him just kind of broken and like you know how like men Men nowadays are very terrified of women. You have to admit that. We are.
Yeah.
Women are scary.
That's probably
They're scary.
that is probably the best reaction I could ever have heard. I ever heard. Oh my god.
Women scare me.
Women are scary.
They are scary. But
Like,
They're so spooky.
the whole thing about it is that he doesn't feel as though he can socialize women on a normal level, so he has to create like this illusion in his head that like, oh yeah, I already did all that and I don't need to get to know you. I just need you right here, right now, doing what I tell you, and if you don't live up to my expectations, then I'm going to have to kill you. Or I'm going to have to like destroy the delusion. If you destroy the delusion, like we see this with a lot of like sociopaths and psychopaths. If you break their ego, they will flip the fuck out on you.
Whoops.
That sounds pretty cool.
pretty much been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Got the
I've
promotion.
already done that.
I've,
I already
I've ripped
broke
off-
my own ego.
I've
I had my ego broken a few times. Ended up ripping.
You can do
Some
that with,
people shit up.
with psychedelics.
Yeah,
I've done it. It's not fun.
yeah. I'm not allowed to.
I'm not saying you should, but just if you want to, the option's always there.
I'm
Yeah.
always here for you.
I'm always here for you. But back to what we were saying, I guess. What's it called?
The synopsis of the film.
I think we got the synopsis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But like, what would be something that you guys would want to add to it? Like something that you'd want to see in the movie.
Well, my favorite Hitchcock movie, surprisingly enough, is not Psycho. It's
Wait, let me guess.
what's it called? It's Rear Window.
Damn it! I was gonna say that.
Yeah, it's Rear Window. I love Rear Window because I just I like how it was made, where basically he recreated like an entire city
Mm-hmm.
in like a studio, or he made an entire like street corner, like people walking down. You could see everyone in their individual rooms, what they're doing. You could see the guy who they think killed his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could see it all. And I like that a lot.
And there's like they built a whole courtyard for that, didn't they?
Yeah, they built they built a whole set to that. And Psycho is cool because like basically everything is going into color, but he still did black and white,
Yeah.
which is cool. But I just like the plot to
Rear Window.
Rear Window that much more, you know what I mean?
I think Psycho was a pretty big pretty big inspiration for the idea, along with the movie P2.
I have not seen P2.
I totally suggest that you watch it because just the overall idea of the movie is where I think the structure is what I really just took from that.
Wait, the movie is called P2?
Yeah, it's about a guy who kidnaps a woman and he kills all the men that sexually harassed her at the building that she worked.
I thought it would be like P2 meant Psycho 2.
Oh no, it means parking lot 2.
Parking you say parking lot 2?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, to get paradise, you put up a parking lot.
Oh my god.
Haha.
That's great. But yeah, I'm excited to see. if I get time and you need my help, you were asking if I wanted to help with the movie.
Yeah.
I'd like to, if I can actually get out of fucking work one day and be able to.
We mainly do it on like Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, but like I kind of want to keep it to 2 days of filming.
I got you.
So
Total? Like 2 days total?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my friend Dante to he's gonna help me direct as well. He's gonna direct the actors for me because he's really good at describing emotion, and that's what I love about him.
Yeah,
Oh.
I am.
And I need to learn how to hold a gun correctly.
Aaron's girlfriend, like when we first like tried doing like a test shoot a while ago, kept making fun of him about how he was holding his gun.
It was a pistol. I'm not used to holding pistols. I'm used to holding rifles.
I should probably send you a few pictures of how people hold guns in movies, shouldn't I, Aaron?
I want to see how he's holding the gun.
I thought I was holding it pretty correctly.
No, because, Aaron, if you hold the gun up in the air like you did, the most likely scenario is you're not going to be able to pull it down quick enough, or pull it up quick enough, I think, to fire. Because if you're holding it on the side of your head, that's kind of, now that I think about it, it's kind of childish. It looks like a spaghetti western, if you know what I mean.
No, you're right. You're probably right.
But I'm not trying to demean you or anything. I'm sorry.
Nothing.
I think when I finally decide, okay, now I'll make a movie. I want to make it a revenge film.
I would love to help you with that.
Ooh.
I really want to make a revenge film, but I gotta decide what it is, you know?
I'd be on board.
I think if
you guys want to help.
Yeah, of course.
Hell yeah.
I've got the equipment if you need it. Like I've got like mics and tripods and shit like that if you need that. I just don't have a good camera.
The only camera I have is a VHS camera.
I mean, what we could do is have that VHS aesthetic.
I wouldn't mind
Oh,
that. Especially with the fact that I really enjoy just old formats. I'll get a fucking Betamax if we really need to, you know, like.
Yeah.
I love VHSs.
Yeah, what's it called? I went to the farmer's market nearby. The farmer's market nearby, and I actually saw a couple like dead video formats. I mean, like, of course you see laser discs and stuff like that. So I just saw laser discs and one other one. So I was looking around on the guy's table, and I thought I saw a cassette tape, you know, like to put in your car, but it's not. It was a High 8, which was what Sony tried to make as like kind of like a mini VHS.
Yeah.
But you know, VHS was just so cheap to make and stuff like that. But it's literally the size of cassette tape, and plays movies. Excuse me. Yeah, and there's like a lot more. Like there's basically like a format where you can record it to like a record and it'll play like video, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like you have a needle and everything.
Whoa.
It's really cool. If anybody gets the chance, check out a channel called Techmoan, like TECHMOAN. Yeah.
Oh wait, just type it out in the chat and then I'll just
Yeah. TECHMOAN. Techmoan.
Alright, I'm gonna put that in the description as well.
Because he does a lot of this cool, like just old crap.
Like,
where it's like, here is this random number generator from 1967 or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And it'll just make a random number. Hang on. He'll do the dead formats, which is my favorite one. He'll do like just little things from the past, like something called the Soundburger, which is like just a portable record player and stuff like that. And yeah.
I hope you guys like don't take us the wrong way or anything, but is it weird that I'd want to do a whole film like ad-libbed?
Ad-libbed?
Like just we go in with a bunch of cameras like and an outline and there's no script and we just come up with a story as we go along.
I feel
Basically,
like
on perf.
Yeah, improv. Like the movie equivalent of improv.
yeah.
Would you guys be interested in doing something like that?
I
would
want to
love
do
that.
that, but I feel like that do you want to do like a full film or do you want to do like
Like a
30 minutes?
like
or
a
something
like a
that?
30-minute short film in just to prove that we
Yeah, I could do that.
just to prove that we could do it.
What kind of genre are you looking for? Are you looking for like a serious thing, or you just want us to be like, "Hey, fucking like, I'm going to defeat you, you big man." Like,
You're probably not gonna like
You're
it.
a big man.
You're probably not
big
gonna
man.
like it. I'm a big fan of Japanese cyberpunk films, which essentially were nothing but fucking ad-libbed movies.
oh my god, if you can shoot a really, really good cyberpunk film, and the whole thing is just ad-libbed, where it's just like, "Hey, man," and then just like it's just ad-libbed the whole
yeah.
thing. Not like how I just described it, which is just terrible. But you know, like if we could make it good.
Like what would be the... Alright, let's just try to brainstorm right now while we're recording this.
Oh,
Do not original concept. Do not steal.
If anything, I'll just cut it out. Who the fuck cares?
yeah. Let's just put it online for everybody to steal.
I don't care. Like, most like...
Hey, everybody, steal it.
Yeah, totally just fucking steal it. Steal the idea. I don't give
Just
a
take
fuck.
our stuff.
Please, please, I beg of you, take my shit.
I'd want to do something with, like, robots or something, and... I'd want to do something with robots, like Blade Runner, but kind of, like, cheap.
Nice.
Cheap. Can we call it cheap Blade Runner?
Dollar store Blade...
Cheap runner.
Okay.
Dollar store Blade Runner.
Dollar store Blade Runner. It sounds like a fucking ad, like an ad for a razor blade.
All right, so I got a good concept for what we have to do.
Alright,
Wait, can the robot want on quarters?
We have to make a movie, but everything, all the props and all the stuff we use, besides for like cameras, I guess, has to come from the dollar store.
that could work, because I have a bunch of dollar store guns here that we could use.
I have like airsoft. By the way, I have like airsoft guns, which are mainly recommended for using fake guns.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I think I have one though. It's like an AK-47,
Yeah, that could work.
but it's like the terrorist AK-47, like the one that has like a wood stock and everything.
If anything,
I mean, that's how most AK-47s are made, anyways.
Yeah.
Like, what we could do is, something... Maybe, like, a group of people are trying to capture some guy. Like, I'm just coming up with overall plot synopsis here. Like a group of, like, 3 misfits trying to capture a guy. Like, they're all, like, each of them have their own personality, their own quirky personality, so we don't have to write anything serious. And the one guy is just very serious. Like, he's like a, he's stone cold. Like, that's the only thing he has to be, is stone cold.
No, it'd be pretty good for it.
What?
And I know you're gonna hate me for this, but I feel like that it would be really cool if he was just dead silent. He was serious, but he was dead silent.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't say anything. Maybe like one line or something like that. You know, maybe near the end he'll say something.
Yeah, I think probably what it should be is like a group of people are chasing after him, and he's just dead silent, and one by one, as they like try to get him, they all die, and the last one is the only one that lives.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like a reversal of the Invincible Man chasing a group of people and killing them off, when it's their own stupidity or their own hubris that gets them killed off.
Hmm.
Ooh, that would be cool. I'm still trying to think of like.
And
There's so many things we could do with that. That and the what's it called? Not only that, but like since I want to do a revenge movie, like there are so many ways to do like revenge concepts, you know?
yeah,
Because there's just like, you know, if you want to go like really gritty, you could do, you know, how people would do like I Spit on Your Grave, where it's like
a
girl gets fucking raped and she wants revenge.
or Old Boy,
Oh yeah, Old Boy.
the Revenge trilogy.
Oh, I know it's one of my favorite revenge movies, and it's kind of mine, but I love Django Unchained.
Yeah, that's a really good revenge.
That's a good movie.
That is a great one.
I have yet to see that one.
It
You
is
got it. You really
super
got it.
good. Be prepared to hear the N word a lot, though.
I mean, yeah, I hear that all the time anyways.
Yeah, but like,
I mean, I say it on a daily basis.
true.
But what's it called? I'm trying to come up with like more plot ideas. Like, could we have the big reveal be at the end of the guy's like a robot? Like it's like reverse Terminator essentially.
That could work.
Reversinator.
Reversinator?
Yeah, that's what we'll call it, Reversinator.
Best
I'll be gone.
best name.
And the entire movie would be ad-libbed completely.
That would
I'll be gone.
I think Aaron would have to play the robot then.
I will leave.
Literally, that's what I've been saying. I'll be gone.
I'll be gone. And like each of us, like me, you, John, and Ben, could play the three henchmen trying to get the robot. And it could be kind of like the Three Stooges kind of deal.
Except gruesome, because y'all get picked off one by one.
Yeah, yeah, that's how it'd be. And one of us has to be the leader.
I got crazy eyes, so.
I think
Nice.
I think Ben would play the leader. Who's the leader again? Is the leader Mo?
Yes.
Also, I'm sorry if I sound a little dead.
Wait, why are you tired?
I'm a little tired, so I'm not like talking as much. I'm still listening.
Yeah, it's like 1 a.m., so.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm fine with still talking. I'm just not going to be as lively.
I
You know what I'm
got
saying?
Yeah, that's cool. I
Yeah,
feel you.
yeah, I feel you. I think I'd play the big dumb guy. John would be the brains, and
I feel like if I would be anything, it wouldn't really be the brains. It would be more of just like, you know,
The comic relief.
you know, like in the way of in Home Alone, how along with Joe Pesci, there was what's it called? There's what's his name? Martin Short, right? That's not Martin Short. What am I saying?
the really
What is his name?
tall one.
Yeah.
You'd be.
What's he? What?
Let me look him up. I'll look him up. Home Alone. Home Alone.
It's
I got him right here. I got him. Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern. Yeah. So, like, to Daniel Stern, there was still kind of goofy, but he was like supposed to be like, "No, you idiot!" Like,
Yeah. So
not essentially the brains. More of he's just like he's the dude that just gets like temperamental, I guess.
yeah. He gets,
I like that guy.
Yeah, you'd be him, and I'd be like the really dumb
He's-
guy who gets the crap kicked out of him in the first scene.
He basically Vizzini from Princess Bride,
Yeah.
or Ed from Ed and Eddie.
I have an idea for the first death in the movie. Aaron will squish my head.
Sounds about right.
So Aaron's the robot?
I think Aaron would be the robot. Yeah.
That was about right.
I am the robot. I mean,
But-
hey,
but-
remember, originally, Arnold Schwarzenegger was supposed to play the lead role instead of the Terminator.
Mhm.
Oh. Oh, yeah. I definitely think he wouldn't have made it very well as the main role.
No, he would not.
It's,
Yeah, 'cause,
it's
like,
because he's
come
so
with me
big.
if you want to leave. Yeah, and like his accent's still pretty thick, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he still
Exactly.
plays his own roles, but he's like, "Oh, fuck you, asshole," like
Yeah.
like this.
It's pretty fucking bad in that movie, but like he doesn't talk with the what's it called anymore, the accent anymore.
Yeah, he kind of lost it a bit.
He still has like that deep kind of
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
accent where it sounds a little more like sophisticated European, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because like you can still tell that he's Austrian, so like he has a little bit of that German influence.
Yeah.
yeah, true.
But you can barely tell since he's like very American.
I think, and then what do you think the final fight should be? Like where the main guy just gives up on catching the robot and just lets him go, or should he die anyway?
Probably lets him go.
Lets him.
I think that he should be like right before he's gonna kill him, and then he just kind of like stops and decides like to leave him alone. He just walks away,
Yeah.
and so like the last guy is just like, "That's it? You're not gonna kill me?
Mhm.
Say something!" And he still doesn't say anything.
He still doesn't say.
Or maybe
He still doesn't say.
either that, or you can make it so he turns and he's just like, "Go," and then just that's the only thing he says.
Go away.
Go away.
Go.
Just
Go.
Just stone faced, pale as the driven snow. Go away.
Yeah.
Go.
Go or go away.
Go away.
No.
Now go
No.
away, or I'll taunt you a second time.
No, just
Go away.
go.
You're drunk.
Just
That's a Monty Python thing. But yeah, go. I like a lot.
you have the scraggly beard of a prepubescent child.
And if anything, we could do like
No, Squire.
if anything, I can like get like, cause I've got like a lot of fake guns that I can paint up, and we just use them for whatever.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
How far are we in the podcast?
We're
About 2 hours in
Yeah,
that.
we're about 2 hours in.
All right. Yeah. I think.
This is a good
I
place to
think-
cut off.
Yeah, definitely a
This-
good place to cut
this-
off because I'm
this-
out of topics.
Yeah, and I'm tired as fuck.
Even though I barely presented any.
I'm just tired.
Oh
I'm out of a life.
But
We all are here.
are you guys busy this weekend though, or this coming up weekend?
I don't know. Oh wait,
I
can actually
think I
check.
have drill.
You have drill this weekend, Aaron?
Probably.
Let me see.
What you?
They're probably gonna make me work this weekend.
All right, it's fine. We can figure something out.
Let me see.
I don't know if I have work tomorrow.
Yeah, I got work this Saturday.
All right. What about Sunday?
I'm not sure. I get my schedule week by week.
Oh, okay, it's fine.
Same here.
Also,
I don't know what's
So
gonna
I
happen.
get day by day.
Here at my house if you need it back.
Oh yeah, yes, I would love that back, please.
Yeah, I found it underneath my bed.
I'm pretty sure. Thank you, because that's like the watch I've had since boot camp.
All right, I'll get it back to you eventually. All right.
Thanks.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
I think
And this is bye from the podcast.
Hey, see
Bye
you guys
bye.
next
I'm
time.
dying.
Bye and farewell.
Bye bye.
Man,
Bye and farewell, my lovely children.
Auf Wiedersehen, du.
I have an erection.
No, you don't.
Yes,
I
I
have
do.
a reverse.
No, wait,
Cool.
wait.
One thing
Wait. No,
before
no.
I leave.
I have a reverse erection.
And
I have one thing I need to share with all of you. Y'all need to watch Spinge Binge, the sex joke Event Horizon.
what the
Okay.
It's a
I know
YouTube
that's
poop,
a
and it's
YouTube
beautiful.
fuck? I'll keep that thought in my mind.
Please
All right.
watch it. It is hilarious.
All right.
It'll be our topic, our starting topic next time.
After we all watch it.
Yes.
All right.
If you can find it, because I tried to search it earlier and I couldn't find the damn thing.
All right. Ending now.